gonna get me in trouble. I can't mess with you no more. Can't mess with you.
Girl, we just bone it. Don't be calling my phone in the morning. I'm in the studio trying to get focused. I wanna hear a song to make the girls bust it open. Girl, we just bone it. Don't be calling my
It's DJ Hokage. I'm here with Passion TV.
Man, I'm with the DJ of the month, the year of the century, man. DJ, what's your name, man?
DJ Hokage.
Hokage.
Yeah.
Why people be saying Hokage, man?
Hokage is all I get. That's what it normally is. It's like either you like no anime and you're like, oh, the Hokage, like we here, or you like Hokage, but I still like it. And then you tell them it's like Hokage, they're like, that's cool. That's cool.
Where that name derived from? Like some Naruto?
Yeah, so like the anime wave, like so back I came up watching anime like on Tsunami, Adult Swim, like all that. So we was like Dragon Ball Z, Inuyasha, like Yu Yu Hakusho, all that. And then my cousin, he showed me Naruto. So we've been watching Naruto since like 2003. And I think it was that time on Twitter when everybody had like black names. You know, he's like, you wanted something cool. Like, I wanted my stuff to stand out. So I was like, I'm gonna be Hokage. And at that time, nobody watched anime. They didn't really know what it was. So
Did nobody know what that was?
Nah, so it was original at that point. So it was like, this was like 2010, I think. And then it just kind of stuck. And then when I decided I want to be a DJ, they was like, hey, it's already like said, like DJ Hokage.
No, but you the only one with an anime name.
Yeah, I like it. It's cool. It's crazy to see like DJ Hokage be put on things. Like it's like kind of putting on for the anime people.
Your artwork gotta be anime now, bro.
Everything gotta be anime. That's what I'm trying to, like, when I get to the point where I want to be in the clubs, I want like the backdrop to just be like fights. Or like some type of, like you don't know what's going on. So like you walk in the club, biggest club in Dallas, like they got anime fights going in the back, like, but the music is banging. It's like your regular club scene, so it's gonna be cool.
That'll be hard. That'll be like some virtual reality Tekken. Yeah.
Basically, yeah, like Tekken fights on there. It'd be dope. It'd be super dope.
Some tell me that you do more than watch anime, man. What kind of video games you play? What video games inspire you, man?
Bro, we used to play everything back in the day, like Sonic. Yeah, we used to have like the Dreamcast. Like my big cousin, he really put me on like the whole anime wave. I came up like playing we played like Sonic the Hedgehog on all the Dreamcasts, all the Segas. Like that was really the biggest game. Then he introduced me to Naruto, and after that we played like all kind of different stuff, Soul Calibur, Tekken. Like we was heavy on the video.
Boys don't know about that Tekken. Who you use?
I like Eddie just because he's black and coming. Yeah, him and then what? You got I want to say the main character is Jin. Yeah. And I like using him just because he was a main character, but Eddie was like the one who always stood out to me.
Eddie go crazy because he'll be jigging, and then just like you got the hair, man. So you might mess around and have it go Eddie.
Hey, we trying to get the have it going.
All right. So next time you in the club, I need an Eddie background, and I need you to wear the fit.
The fit with like the sweats and everything, little tank top with the hair pulled up. We'll work on it. We'll see what we can do.
Say, everybody don't know. Anime characters have the best fits.
Hey.
Laid.
Hey, they be lit. They was like, yeah, that's true.
That's how I can tell. That's where you kind of get your style from. You're not just like no regular, mannequin shopper, bro. Like, you could piece yours together.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate it. It hadn't always been like that, though. Like, I was struggling back in high school.
Back in high school?
Back in high school, everything, I was struggling, I feel like, but my friends, they got like a little bit of better taste. They put me on.
So what were you in high school, man? Because a lot of people weren't on the anime, but like you gotta let me know what kind of guy you was in high school. And
I was football, like football jock type. Like that's what I'm known as. Like from back in Mansfield, just playing football. I was not like as humble and cool, like chill as I am now. I was just like, you know how it is, like just football head. Like I'm the best. I'm gonna do this. Like I'm D1. Da 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 da. But yeah.
Boys was D1 though. You was really out there getting your routes in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We definitely, we love football. That's where like we came up. That's where I spent all my time is like playing football. But yeah, the anime was always different because people be like, oh, you play football, but you watch anime. Like
that's like some Juju mixed in.
It didn't go together at the time, but it didn't. See how you said Juju, but like Juju just came. Like that's the wave now. Like back in the day, it was like you watching anime. And you're like not like a weeb, like they like, whoa, bro, you're watching cartoons. Like that was like that 2010, like around that time. But then whenever like the anime became the wave, and then like now you see like athletes and everybody supporting. It's cool. It's great for the culture. It's just it's a lot different because you was getting teased back in school. But like you watching cartoons, I understand that. Then the same people who said that, I remember people all the time. The same people would come back like, "What is Naruto?" They end up watching it. Now, bro, I watch Naruto, bro. I'm hooked. Like I love it. I really love it. I love it, bro. I love Naruto. Like it goes hard, bro. It's not just cartoon. Like it really touch your soul. Like I know.
It's the gospel. It's the hand movements, all the different signals, bro. You gotta tell them about that, bro. Like people don't know.
It's really it's like the passion. Let's put it that way. The passion, like the passion when it comes to just like you connect. I remember being a kid, you just connect. It's like a soap. To me, it's like the soap opera. Like, and I feel like that's the culture over there when they do their cartoons and like. The animes you watch is different from like the Americans, where we got like Cow and Chicken coming up, Powderpuff Girls, like Dexter's, like stuff was funny. Like it was like nothing serious. Then you get like to Naruto and he like crying because you don't have no parents and he's trying to make it and like be the best he can be. Like I want to be the Hokage, like da. Like it inspired you. I feel like it got a different mood than like the cartoons you was watching, which I still love like all the cartoons, but I can watch anime and just like binge it and you feel like
what is for some people who don't know that's watching this, what is Hokage?
Hokage is like in Naruto there's a village, it's the Leaf Village. They got like, different nations like united, like how it's like countries here, or like the real life is countries. On the show it's nations, and they got the Fireland, and that's the Leaf Village, and then their president is the Hokage. So like the whole thing came from like when I was thinking of like Hokage is like when I see myself as like the Hokage, like that top tier individual for like the following. It's like that's where I get it from.
I remember it was like earth, fire, wind. Yeah. I know.
Well, that's not like Avatar the way you said it, but like the way you said it was like that. That was like Avatar, but in Naruto they got the different nations like the lightning, the mist, different things like that.
Okay. All right, so we gonna switch it up a bit. Since we know your motivation for this and your passion for this, you know, and we figured out your name and all that, man. You know, if somebody want to walk up to you at the DJ booth, do you have any song requests that you just like, be like, man, all right, I'll do it, but you got to pay me for it?
That's everyone.
That's all of them?
It's just because like, you already got something going on. Like you kind of you got a theme going, you got a flow. Like the DJ, if you really trying to cater to the craft, you working like your BPMs, like your keys. You trying to keep that energy going for the room. So for somebody to say like, bro, can you play such and such? It may not even fit the vibe, and they may not understand that because that's just a song they want to hear. But it's cool. Like I'm gonna make it work, but you gonna pay it too. Like it's just how it's going down. Like
what's the craziest payment? You ain't got to put your money out there, but what's the craziest situation?
It's I don't know about a crazy situation. It's just, it always seemed crazy because like when you locked in and then like you got like some random drunk like, hey bro, can you play like some just crazy, like can you play some Taylor Swift? Like, and we in the middle of like a New Year's Eve party, it's like about 12:30, like, hey, can you play Taylor Swift for me? Like, and I'm just like, I got you, like, but really I don't. It just always throw you off when somebody come with those are like the craziest requests. Like besides that, like people just like, artists who want their music played and stuff like that, and I'm cool with that.
That's what I was meaning to ask you, because they sensitive about their music, bro. You know what I mean? And they feel played.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a vibe being created. And like sometimes you can play some people's songs and it's like, it ain't really moving it like that. And for the most part, it ain't gonna move a crowd because it's, people know what they hear. Like, so like, you ain't gonna just move a crowd off some random dude. Like you just play a song like, oh, this go hard. And if it do, like then kudos. But sometimes it's difficult to throw somebody's set. And like I said, you don't want to mess up the whole energy of the room. Like the room going and then we drop such and such and everybody just kind of like,
chilling.
Yeah.
Do you notice that as a DJ though? Yeah,
you notice all the time. Like it's people like, bro, play my song. Like cool, like I'm gonna play it. Like you gonna get this 1 minute, you gonna see it, and it's not how it works. Like people gotta like nowadays, people gotta just see if it was off TikTok or something. Like you already make that exposure, then you get your music played in the clubs. It all kind of go like hand in hand. So if you're trying to get your song played in the club, that's cool. But I feel like it come with a whole different like. You gotta build that song up, so then like people know that and they drop it, and it's like okay, it makes sense to go with it.
Okay, where can we find you at? What clubs, man?
Man, I'm still working to try to get like a residency. That's my goal for 2022 is just to have a place where I'm playing all the time. And I can tell you that. But recently I've been at Neon Kitten a lot, It's like a Japanese restaurant bar in Deep Ellum. It's cool because they play anime on the TV. So
that's
like,
hard.
It was like, I felt like it was like a match made. Like it's a bar that's like trying to come up, but it's really cool. Like the owner is cool, the people are cool. It's good vibes. Like they got like Hello Kitty drinks and everything like that. That's where I've been at the most. So they got like mad love for me. They love me. The people that come in there, we make it, you know.
Okay, I'm gonna go in there, bro, and I'm gonna need a plate, and I'm gonna need to watch One Punch. You know what I mean?
Come through, hey,
something.
They got you. They gonna take care of you for sure.
Might watch Gundam. You know what I mean?
But not a lot of people don't know about Gundam. See, that's one of them old. That's like one back in the day.
Yeah, that's Tsunami, bro. I was a Tsunami head, Channel 62.
Tsunami, Cartoon Network. Yeah, that's, hey, you going by the channel, so you gotta know. We got like 62. And then, damn, it's been such a long time since we did that. Like, now we on the direct TV phase. But like, it was like crazy when you got satellite. You was like, it's too much. Like back in the day, everybody had like the red, yellow, white, and you play your game up that way. Then you had what, Cartoon Network on. I want to say it was 62, right? And then you got Nick was 60 or.
Yeah, Nick was 60 because they was just playing. It was really Nick. It was no Nick Jr.
Nick Jr. Yeah, so
it was just straight Nick.
Depending on what time of the day it was, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then, what about as a kid? I know you watched anime. Mm-hmm. As a kid, have you ever ran into the BETs late at night? You know what I mean? we all did. It's part of the culture, but yeah, like. But the kids don't know about that now, man. You gotta tell them about that, man.
Well, they got worse than BET now. Like with the internet, you can just go there whatever you want.
But we had to struggle for it.
We had to struggle for it. We did. It's funny hearing us talk about we had to struggle for something. We sound old as hell coming up, but it's like that's just life because people like when we was coming up, like man, y'all watching like cartoons and it was like basic as hell or all this. He's like we had to da 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 da. Now you come up, you see other people, he's like we had to da 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 da. It's all like a cycle.
Cooling, but they don't get it now because they can get on that. They can get on that iPad and mess around and call up an escort.
They can do anything.
Go to the black market. I got smart, bro. I'm not gonna tell on them, but I know people who can get on these sites and do magic, bro.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I ain't fooling with it.
They advanced. They coming up. Like I said, they're coming up. We like kind of that middle age, or it's like we got a little bit of like you was mentioning earlier, like drink some water out the side of the house. Like we still got some of that in us, and then we also still got like the internet. Like we was getting laptops and iPods and all that. So like we came up in the perfect time, bro. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
For sure.
But when you were coming up, you know what I mean. What did you listen to?
Bro, honestly, I was thinking about this when I was coming. I was like, you're probably gonna ask me a question about music, and the truth is like. I didn't really get into music until I was like 18. I was just like football. So like everything, I wasn't really up to date on like music like that. One of my homies, he was cool. So he kept me in the loop. Like my homie Mike, he always was like, he was playing like different stuff like that I just would never listen to. And that's where I kind of got, like I was a little bit of hip because I knew from that. Besides that, my own knowledge, no, like I came all the way up. I was like listening to like just football, like motivational music before like coming up, which I still heard like the music on K104, 97.9 The Beat, but I didn't have like my own like sense of like this is what I like to listen to. So I was just listening to like Waka Flocka and stuff before games, like, but it wasn't really on like I just enjoyed music. It wasn't until like I started like smoking, honestly. And
Wiz.
Like not even Wiz. Like when I was my second semester of high school after football was done, that's when I kind of like was able to, figure out yourself after all that. And I came to, it was Dom Kennedy, one of my homies.
Jams.
Bro.
Yellow tape.
All that, yes. Like,
what did that tape mean to you, bro?
Everything. That's all we listen to. Like, it is really all of Dom, not even just Yellow Tape, but like anything, like all SoundCloud, like just all kind of songs, like, and that's what we listen to like every day religiously. Like we getting out of school, we going to smoke, we about to drop Dom on there, like just deep, like it have everybody just going. Like my homie, he put me on, and after that, it had never been the same. That's when I kind of was like, damn, like I don't know if it was because I was high or I was like, I never really listened to music like this. Like I never really just was like enjoying like what was like going on. Like I remember the Kid Cudi had the Satellite song, like we it was like the satellites. My friend was like, bro, you can hear the satellites. I swear you can if you're high. I'm like, nah, there's no way. And I'm like, my high ass started, so I'm like, bro, I can hear the satellites. And then after that, like that's when I really got into music. So then it was like Dom Kennedy, Chance the Rapper was really big. That whole like damn, what's the word I'm lost for it? The whole
hippie phase.
That 2015, you know what I'm talking about? When it came, it was like Isaiah Rashad, Mick Jenkins, like it was like SZA, like when everybody was coming up hard and conscious music.
Danny Brown.
Yeah, it was just like it was Schoolboy Q, like all them like Studio, like that was hey, Studio was myself. We listened to that, smoking, all those. That was like really opened me up to music, and then from there, like that's where I really started like listening to anything coming up. Cause my mom, she didn't listen to like old school music or nothing like that. So I had like no vibe. I still to this day, I'm just learning, like figuring it out. Like I just heard like Candy Love, like for a time where I was like just now, and I was like, yo, this song is fire. Like and my friends was like, bro, you just hear it now? Like, bro, my mom, like she was a straight, like Kirk Franklin, she was straight gospel. Like that's why you hear me? I knew all that. I'm like, yeah, but she didn't listen to nothing else because she was just, you know, going through like church phase and stuff. But
how she feel about you doing music now? Because I got like a, you know, a very soulful, heavenly mom, and always watch. You know, how she feel about it now?
She like it because it's like she an entrepreneur, so she know like that's like the path was for me and what I'm like destined to do. So she just like to see me like, you know, getting into something, and she always helping me out, giving me like tips, like, you know, just putting me on game. She always put me on as a game mom does.
Okay.
She had her different phase, so she experienced different things. She learned too. So like she's not as soulful, but she, you know, she taught us how to, you know, just have faith and like believe and figure everything out.
That's what you need as a parent, man. Shout out to your mom, you know. But who's your role model growing up? Your biggest role model?
Damn, that's tough, bro. I don't know. It's like, it's gonna sound really like, I just never really had nobody that I was looking up to, like, cause I didn't have a dad, and then like at the time, like all the older male influences in my life, they was just like either not just talking, like putting me on nothing like that. They didn't want you to do the right thing, like grades and stuff. I never was just seeing anybody who was like, damn, like I just want to be like this person, like really. But I mean, a lot of people influenced me the right way, but I just never had nobody I was like looking up to. I feel like I was always like just trying to be the best. Like I felt like I was looking up to myself. I just wanted to be the best me that I could be, and like I feel like I did a good job at that. But it was never really nobody that I was just like, damn, bro, I want to be like this person when I grow up, like really. But after like getting to know my dad, after I got older, I know that I'm my dad. Like that's, and he's a role model. And I guess you could say my mom too, go back to her if you want to say that. Now after I look at it, I'm like, my mom's definitely a role model too, just for everything she's been through, like her strength. And then she's been an entrepreneur, like, and that's like the path I want to take. So that's a big thing in my life.
What's the craziest task your mom had you do? And you was like, man, I don't know if I can do it.
Man, not nothing crazy. She just had like annoying jobs because, you know, your mom got her own business, so she needs you to help her out and stuff. So like, she'll have you like have us like setting up weddings and like, cause she's a florist and she does events, so she'll have us like taking all these chairs and tables because we gotta be like her equipment people because she, you know, in house. So that's like most stuff we just didn't like.
So that's where you get that hustle from, where you just get up and go.
Yeah.
Because when you came here, bro, you had all your equipment laid ready to go, bro. I was just like really like, dang, like.
Yeah, I try to stay professional just because like it's gonna get you somewhere, you know, like, and y'all like took the time to bring me out here, so I just want to make sure we was like, you know, I didn't let y'all down. Like I'm like of course I was like tired and everything. You know, you don't want to do something, but it's like, bro, I tell these people like, you know, I'm gonna come, so I want to make sure I'm here. Like we good to go. Whatever they need, say bring me a set, bring it. We gonna have music if we need music.
Yeah, and we gonna make sure we get everything together, bro. You know what I mean? But seems like since you on time all the time, bro, once you start getting like in these major clubs and stuff like that, man, what club are you trying to cater to?
That's a crazy question.
Like what kind of scene?
Bro, honestly, that's like, I'm about to die, man, just because I was thinking about it. It's just like,
y'all, they gonna want to have you be one-dimensional, or they might want to switch you.
And that's where it's like the problem, just trying to figure out this DJ, like figure out your lane and like kind of what you want to do. Like being a black DJ, like it can be different just at certain places you want to play. Like if I want to play at Green Light Social Bottle Blonde, somewhere like that in Dallas versus like Stars and Spears, just different crowds and caters. It comes like a different style, and that's what I've been trying to figure out, because I like to do both, honestly. Like I can throw down a nice EDM set and we can get the house music rolling, we can get it going, but then, you know what I'm saying, I can pay, you know, we already got that in me, the culture, so like I'm easily throwing the hip hop tracks too. So it's just like, I don't know, I just want to be able to be a good DJ and like, you know, just if a club needs me, I can do whatever it is. Like they want me to do EDM, like I want to be so good at that where it's like it don't matter. I can split that switch, we can get it popping, or you know, I'm just gonna switch to the hip hop. We want them shaking ass and standing up on the tables, and we gonna get it popping that way too. Like either way, like I just want to be like cater to the people who want me and like appreciate me and definitely take me on as a DJ and appreciate my work for what I do.
Yeah, don't let them put you in a box, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you let them put you in a box, it'll be damn near like, do you want to do my set? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Has anybody ever like, any owners or like managers tried to tell you to flip up your music tempo? Like,
I had an instance where I played somewhere and they felt I was playing too much hip hop, but I feel like hip hop is now what's going, you know, like you can play with anybody, like you white, black, whatever. It's not even like back in the day. Like everybody, like they feel like they got the swag, they know the words, the whatever, they know all the songs, the artists, but they just feel like I was playing too much hip hop, which it happens sometimes when you get into these trying to play at different places that cater to different crowds. Like they want something else, but the communication wasn't there on there. But that's all it was. I've had that happen before, but it's normal. Like. You know what I'm saying? It's just normal when you play somewhere for the first time and you ain't never been there before. Like somebody's like, bro, I need you to cover this gig here. You got to kind of fill it out. But sometimes, you know, managers feel like there's a certain way that things should be done, but you're not really a DJ. So
I didn't know that was real, bro. You know what I mean? When somebody literally, they trying to break down to you how to do your job, bro.
Yeah, they got a way they want to run their club and like the vibe that they trying to set, you know, but we don't, like as a DJ, it's hard to play music for people if they're not moving to it. And there's like just lots of different demands when it comes to playing music, especially like in big clubs, just because you got people spending money and things like that. So you got to kind of cater to them because that is the job. Like I can't work for somebody and be like, oh, I'm not going to do what you want to do. But so you want to just kind of make the best judgment into how you're going to curate the set. And you're going to cater to everybody, make sure the manager's happy, make sure people happy, and make sure you still staying true to yourself as well.
Mm-hmm. You got to stay true to yourself, bro. But you are very diverse. You know what I mean? You just don't do hip hop, man. You got to tell everybody how you be over there at Virgin Hotel going crazy with the EDM, bro.
Yeah, bro.
How do you know the mixes for EDM? I don't even know how to study it. I don't know the artists. It's too many artists.
So that's how I got into DJing coming up. Like, it was for EDM. Like, I wanted to, at first when I started, and like the whole idea in my head, I was going to festivals with my homies and like raves. So I was like, oh, like I want to be that energy in the middle of a crowd. Like it wasn't so much, I don't know if I wanted to be an EDM DJ or anything like specifically, but I knew I wanted to be that energy that was like making everybody go, which is DJing. But when coming into it, the music I was listening to was EDM heavy. So like, it just kind of like, it just worked out. Like I was cool with that and already knew it was like added naturally. But of course I'm still black. So like I love hip hop and everything else. So it worked out perfectly for me actually. Cause it's like, I can play house music and I actually feel like I know like the good house or the good music, just like where you feel it. Like, cause some people can play some songs and you're like, it's EDM, but you're just like, well, I'm not feeling this. It's not.
Lil Jon in the mix or something.
Just like, you know what I'm saying? You've been somewhere and it's like, they playing it like beat, boop, boop. And it's like, damn, it's stale. Like it ain't. And then I'm like, and it sucks. It's like, it don't have to be like that. Like they have songs where people are like, okay, like I feel this vibe. Like, even though it's electronic music, like I still like, you know, I'm feeling it. It just ain't stale. Like,
yeah. And how you feel about these DJs mixing Lil Jon with EDM and stuff?
Well, Lil Jon can't. That's how he can. Or that's not how we know Lil Jon regular, but he catered to the EDM crowd. Like, okay, you get that hype music, like that shots, like shot. So it worked out. Like, like I can see you mixing like Lil Jon. He catered to that
because he's not really lyrical. It's hype.
Nah, it's just hype. Yeah. So it's like you just going off his energy. So like he good for it. Him like Waka Flocka type artists, like just dudes like that. Like they good for the EDM and they cater to that crowd. Like it works.
Do you actually mix your own mixtapes? And if so, I need to know.
Like I've never done a mixtape before. I'm being honest. Like that's something that I just never really knew much about. Like I had to kind of put myself more on game. Like I said, I'm new to all this. Like I've only been like, I guess DJing for 4 years. I'm 26. I really just got into like listening to music and breaking it down when I was 18. So like I'm just kind of getting into it. But as far as like mixtapes, I want to do like a mixtape. I guess I had to just kind of look more.
Would you ever do that?
Yeah. I would definitely like. I got homies. I've had an idea like that. I like where I wanted to do like a Dallas mixtape and just kind of mix like just put different people on. You know what I'm saying? Like help the city help me. Like all the artists get out there. We all get some exposure. So it was something like that. Like I was working on a while back. But you know, like life be happening.
Wait, you know how to make beats?
No. When you saying mixtape, I'm thinking you talking about just like mixing the songs and like putting my tags on them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't know how to make beats though, but I want to learn how to make beats. That's my homie Chef. Like he's one of my best friends. He getting cold. Shout out Chef. He's getting cold, and like he gonna show me how to do it. So that's gonna be the next adventure I take, or one of them, but like I'm looking forward to it just because like the more I understand DJ, the more I'm like breaking down the songs and just like what you got to learn to actually be a good DJ. It actually comes into like when you're producing and creating songs and like the way you're setting them up and you're building them up, things like that. So it's definitely gonna be part of the journey for sure.
Have you ever thought about being in like a DJ competition? I don't even know if they do those anymore.
I gotta get my skills up.
For real?
That's me being honest. Like,
is that stuff like doing the mixing with the fingers and the chopping? Like I don't even know.
Bro, there's some dudes get dirty, and like that's where my respect for DJing comes, because I'm like, there's some dudes you see like, bro, like I want to be able to do that. So you got to put that time in. But some of these dudes been DJing for like 20 years, like, but it's cool though. Like they get dirty, like for real. But that's why for me to compete, I just want to make sure I'm on that level, because like, you know, I'm not gonna do nothing where I'm just like not prepared and ain't the right way. I don't want to make myself a fool. And I also got respect for the guys who like put that much time into it. So like they know what they're doing. Once I put my time in there, I'll be competing for sure.
Okay. So I got your background. I got everything else, man. Let the people know where you from and where you grew up.
I'm from Mansfield, Texas. That's where we at. Hey, that's where I grew up since the 4th grade. Pretty much like Mansfield raised for sure. A lot of people don't like that. They're like, hey, you saying you from Mansfield?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I think it's cool because it's like you got to be true to where you came from. Like we was in Mansfield, we came all the way up, like through Legacy High School. That's where I'm at. That's how, you know, all the ag people, everybody. It's a cool place. So like it definitely taught me a lot. Like I wouldn't be who I am without everything I went through in like Mansfield. So
it's crazy that you said that. You might be the first person to actually just say Mansfield. And it's really like, because a lot of people say Arlington, Grand Prairie, anything. Mansfield is like really known as, what kind of town is that for people who don't know?
Shoot. Hey, it's funny because somebody said like Euphoria, the show that's out right now, right? And they compared Legacy to that. And I don't know, I think Mansfield is like a very diverse, advanced town. Like once we got out of like high school and we went to like colleges and stuff like that, you realize that people was not like on all the stuff that Mansfield is like a mix, like a lot of stuff. It's like, to me, it's up there like as one of the places. Like
I've never been to y'all parties. What's the party is like?
Bro, that's funny. We was a Redeem team. Like that's shout out to all the Redeem team homies like back in the day. Parties was fun. We threw the parties.
What's Redeem team? Who was the members?
they know who they are. It's my homies, bro. It's my brothers. It's like a tight pack. But it was like just a group of, we was young, and I don't know, we was going through like some life stuff, and we like, you know how you're just trying to figure things out, come up with something, put it together. We was all hanging out, and we was like, man, we've been wasting time like focusing on girls and stuff, like just, you know, do stuff. And then we was like, we need to redeem our time, like in like like it was like, because it was like the dream team, right? It was like, but we're not the dream team, we the redeem team. This is after us. So we was like, we're gonna be the redeem team, come through here, shake back, we're gonna get everything right, we throw like parties and all that. And that's actually what happened. We actually threw a lot of parties, and it's like, it was cool because we was gonna throw Project Redeem, and that was like supposed to be like this big huge party. And it was like, it never happened. But like, if you ask somebody about it, like now that was around that time, like they heard of it or what was going on. It was like this, it was like modeled after Project X. We was like, board Redeem team. And we was like, bro, we just need to throw a Rager. Like we had thrown like a couple successful parties.
Y'all was already on the Ragers?
Bro, that's what like,
damn.
It was true to this. Like that's what I like really is a passion before DJing. Like naturally like was organizing events and like throwing parties. Like, so we was sitting there and be like, bro, we need to we're gonna go to such and such house, we're gonna like just promote it on Twitter, get like a bunch of people. It was like before people was really doing that. And then for Project Redeem, I was like, all right, we've done these little parties, we just need to throw like a big party, just like take over, do something crazy, like all the school districts, not just like legacy people, not just people in Mansfield, like anybody come from wherever. We would try to get like this big land and throw a party. And like I had like a whole like scheme as far as like memes, and like we were gonna like promote on Sundays. I had like 4 different people from like every school in Mansfield like promoting to those students. Like it was like next level for what we were doing at that age. Like so it was always something that stuck with me, just because like it's like that's what I want to do, like throw events for sure. Like
so the big that sound live. But did you ever go to a TTP growing up? Yeah.
I went to the one TTP I went to was the one that was like at the Mexican like shopping center. It's like the last one I think, and they ended up shooting like, or it was like shooting. I just seen everybody drop. But yeah, TTP was lit. Those dudes was doing it like before, like, so I didn't know much more about any school outside of Mansfield until I was like about 16, 17. Because my mom was like real, like, you know, we had the soul mom. She wasn't trying to let you do that. She wasn't getting down like that. She wasn't going no like parties, no cowboys or nothing. Like you weren't going nowhere like that. Like, no, you better go play the game or like chill inside. But those dudes was doing it, and that was like where the inspiration like really came from, or like when I think about it, because they was hitting it, like the TCPs, they was doing the parties, like they was already ahead of the game. Like
that night it was wild because it was water on the ground, it was slippery.
Well, I was in there. Everybody's went slipped down and was just climbing over everybody, bro. That was a crazy night. It was crazy.
I was stepping on everybody like I was like Ray Lewis on a game breaker, bro. I was really trying to get out of there.
Hey, whenever you start hearing those shots, everybody just taking off and running. You don't know what's going on.
But as a kid, we were just so naive.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Why was that normal, bro?
Bro, this at Arlington Mansfield store, bro. Like you go, like I'm telling you, like you meet other people. I promise you, I know you've been, like I've been places like, and when you went, like even went to school, like they were just like, they were just starting to do that. But it was like, bro, here in Mansfield, like we've been like 15, 16, like 7, like people already exposed to whatever is going on. So that's why I think it's like a crazy town, like that will put you on, like prepare you for whatever. Like definitely, it's cool.
See, think about Mansfield, man. I didn't like that y'all had the biggest field. Y'all had the biggest everything, bro.
What are you talking about? The like Newsom and stuff?
Yeah. Y'all was home base.
You saying you went to Timberview.
Yeah, I went to Timberview, but like that was like y'all's home, bro.
Bro, that's all that. That was Timberview's home too. Timberview part of Mansfield, bro. It's like it's part of that, and I feel like it is, but
I remember everybody. George Baltimore.
All of them, yeah.
At Rankerville.
Oh yeah, George he's a homie, bro. He's cool. He's a good guy.
Boys was live. I remember that.
Mansfield was lit. That's what I'm saying. Mansfield was like, you have like DeSoto, like Duncanville, like all those schools in this one school. So it's like you got a little bit of everything, right? And then you go to Mansfield and it's like, instead of just one big Mansfield, you got like 5 schools of like all different personalities. Like if you ever seen like ATL and they like skating and they got like they got the click over here, click over there. That's how you break down the Mansfield. You got your Mansfield Highs over there, like the whatever it is, and you got your Lake Ridge, you got your Timberview people, you got your Summit. Yeah, like everybody got like their own steeds, but like it was cool, like because everybody was talented. Like I definitely like all the connections on all the people from Mansfield. I got nothing but love for like everybody because it was cool. Like like just all different people like I ever met, like just playing football, like the parties we thrown, like it
was like everybody was cool, bro. It was just like
it was chill. It's like
we would be at parties completely sober, having a good time.
Having a good time.
Not even tripping. Why do you think like the older we get, the more we need like alcohol at a party, bro?
It just, I don't know. It just become because you're able to get it, you're able to do it. So like it's accessible. So it's like, well, why not? And then just kind of become part of it. But like whenever you like, you know, you still have those moments where even when you're old, you're like, it don't really matter if we have alcohol or not. I'm just happy to be with my homies. It normally come when you like with the people that you came up with, like grew up with. You just like, we don't need nothing. Like we got it, but it's dope just to, you know, when you with people and it's refreshing and new. No, nowadays, like the older you get, you kind of lose that feeling of everything is like super fresh or genuine. So of course you got to be drunk to deal with somebody you really don't really like to have a good time or for it to feel like something.
You think that's what it's about? Because I just drink just to be loaded.
Some people do. Like I drink to get loaded too, but you have a good time. Like that's what I think it's for. Like it's for you to have a good time like that. So yeah, you do get drunk to get loaded, but like you don't like for somebody who feels like they gotta get loaded, it's like you don't have to. Like
yeah, it's like why are you over there being an angry drunk?
Nah,
drink some water.
Yeah, you might as well, you need to chill out for it, bro. Like if we get drunk, we having a good time. Like that's the reason why we doing it because we already having fun regardless. Like you a fun dude, so like you get drunk, it's just more joy for you. Like,
I'm cool.
It's non-stop. You just same dude. Like
and I'm not the type that's gonna be out crazy trying to what kind of tipsy is DJ Hokage,
man? Just like super loving and partying and like wanting to be like just party. Like when I get drunk, like I'm definitely showing love. I'm telling one of them, like telling my homies, bro, I love y'all, bro. Like we taking, I'm an inspirational drunk. Let's put it that way. Like we taking over the city. Like when I get drunk, because that's just how I'm feeling, and just everything. Like I'm just like like I love my people. I want to party. I'll be the one in the middle of the dance floor dancing. If nobody ain't dancing, like we gonna get everybody dancing. Like,
I know you a club watcher. How do you feel about this? Like why are men trying to be bad bitches? You know what I mean? Why?
I don't know. It don't work, man. Like, just have a good time. That's where you get the women anyway.
Yeah.
Women want to have fun. Like, so they see you having fun, you good. I mean, they want other things too. But like, if you just like if you go into the club, you just gonna be posted up. Like, you might as well just do like you might as well just have like some secluded something else going on. Like, if you come to like somewhere a party, like, why hold up the wall? Like, we out here dancing. Like, you see like all these girls over here dancing, like they ain't just dancing for like, they could have danced at home with each other. They came out to dance. Like go over there and what I'm saying, say what's up, like make this thing happen. You ain't gonna be just holding up the wall like over here. What's up, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they got such and such over in the section throwing ass, like, and y'all sitting over here like with like tequila and Casamigos in your hand, just sitting there looking like, nah, bro, go get active, man. Bro. Go get active.
Look, man, if you don't got no game, you paying $400 for the fit, you might as well
$1,500 for the section, like.
And it's like, man, we men.
Yeah, like
this is exactly what we're supposed to do in a club setting.
We're hunters, bro. We're hunters. Like, see? Men are hunters. And like, so you gotta hunt, bro. That's just how it is. Like that's how it's set up for what's going on. Like you go out to these like places that women look nice. They gonna look appealing for you. Like, and they gonna say it's not for men or whatever. Cool, whatever. That's fine. But like as a man, just naturally, like these women gonna look beautiful. You gotta approach them. They ain't gonna approach you. That's just never how it's gonna work. So unless you like Odell, like, but we, you know what I'm saying, we just regular guys.
We can't do that.
We ain't blessed like that, whatever. Like, so you gotta be who you are and, show some character, have some fun. Like, and if it ain't your scene to have fun, then maybe you should be in the club. Cause like, that's what it's for. It ain't for nothing else. Like, it's for entertainment. So, yeah.
And before we got everything down in a pack, man. You done told me so much information. I damn near want to just bring you back on and put you on a tight schedule, man.
Right. But
it might be a wild question. It might be a deep question, man. What would you tell your younger self,
Just to see things through. Like if you start something, make sure you finish it. And like just be consistent and disciplined, because like that's gonna get you a long way for sure. And that's what I wish I just knew at a younger age. But you figure it out. But definitely just being consistent, and like if you start something, finish it, because you never know what you're gonna learn from it. Like just to see it through.
Man, where can we find your social media, and you got any like events coming up?
So you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Hokage Sound. So like Hokage, Hokage, and then Sound. So that all the same, really easy to get to. And then just where you can kind of see me at. Remember I was talking about earlier, just about throwing events and like the Project Redeem. I've been kind of working. I think last year, me and my friend Chop, the DJ, we kind of...
I know Chop.
Yeah,
he went to Texas State with me. Yeah. Shout out Chop.
Yeah, that's like my DJ brother, one of them for sure. And then we kind of came up with Fuel. So it's gonna be like like I said, I like throwing events, and I'm trying to get into the curating side as well. So we're gonna be coming up with different events as far as like after hours, boat parties, and things like that. But yeah, Fuel DFW for sure. Check us out on Instagram. We got like a rebrand going on, but you can definitely expect some things from us coming in the next coming up months. You know, we're trying to, make a little stamp out here. The culture is growing in Dallas as far as like people open up spots and things like that. So it's a super exciting next step as far as like what I'm interested in. And then also I'll get the DJ and, network with other DJs and, artists and different stuff like that.
And it's crazy you said Chop, bro, because I just remember him being at Texas State under the tent going crazy.
At the tailgate, yeah.
And I seen you with DJ Papa
Ace.
Papa Ace.
That's my boy too.
Is he like your
Bro, he's like my shit. You could say he's like my Kakashi from Naruto. Like he's like my sensei. He put me on. Like, and it was crazy. I always thought he was older than me, but he's like a month younger than me. But it's cool though because he like put me on like a big brother, and I never really had like a big brother. So like he was in this DJ stuff before me. I actually I seen that it was possible just to be a regular club DJ, not EDM DJ, from him, because there used to be Trophy Ranch over there off of 7th Street, and before like they closed it down, but he used to have like the front room rocking, and like we'd be in there with like audioses in our hands and everything.
Trophy, 3 clubs in one.
No, so they had the roar in the back, and they had the front with the bull and everything, and then they got the middle.
I remember that.
Yeah, so it was lit. But yeah, Papa Ace is a good dude. But like, just like excited. It's crazy because like all this kind of been running in my family. So like when I became a DJ and my grandma found out like I was DJing or whatever, she told me like my papa was a DJ, and I never thought of nothing of it. But he used that. He's a DJ. Like he like did his own stuff back in the day, like spinning like carrying crates, records, and everything like that. He was in the clubs, and that's crazy. And when she told me, I was like, wow, like you just kind of never, the universe just kind of played things out. Like I never thought nothing of my papa being a DJ. Like they said it, but I was never like, and then she came back, she's like, it's funny that you want to, like you're a DJ, cause like your papa was doing that. And she's like, I never thought you would have did that. And I was like, cool. And then my dad, he owned his own clubs. So like back in the day, like he had his own clubs. They're from Baton Rouge. So I was born in Louisiana. So
damn.
Yeah. So I was born in Louisiana, and like they was doing everything out there. So my dad, he's been on clubs and all of this. So my dad on clubs, my papa was a DJ. So like then you get DJ Hokage in the middle, like, and it's weird because like I was telling you before with the Project Redeem stuff, that was natural. Like it was like I want to throw this event, let me try to get these people together or throw parties. It was more of like, for me, it wasn't. I could throw my own party and I would get satisfaction from just overseeing it, because I used to watch parties get messed up. Like people, like they wouldn't, maybe you had too many people coming in, or you got cars parked in the front, cops gonna come. So I used to just oversee like whole operation. Like, yo, I'm gonna stay in the front, make sure that nobody park in the front. If you park somewhere, you gotta park over there. You gonna come through, and the parties was like successful. But I got satisfaction from just like overseeing all of that and making sure that like it went good and everybody had a great night, for everybody the next day to be like, yo, I
you
love
didn't
this.
even know what you was doing. You was really being like a club promoter, manager.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
So, and that's always like, that's what it said with me. And then so when I come to find like my dad, he had his own clubs, and like he owned clubs, and like he did the whole shebang. And like it was just kind of like, wow, like, so what I'm feeling is kind of like, it's divine like intervention. Like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like my papa was a DJ and my dad owned clubs. I want to, start throwing my own events, get into creating events, and eventually get into owning my own spot for sure. Cause
would you DJ in your own spot?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
For real?
Yeah, I mean, like, that's what it is. That's what a lot of these like people, they cool with all the people that it's all about being cool. So like I'll just create my own platform like to do what I want to do and like what I feel is cool, because like we can do it. Like,
where would you try to station it at, bro?
Dallas on the come up. Like there ain't really no culture, like just from the no culture as far, there's culture, don't get me wrong, but there's some, but it's still growing, especially with the nightlife scene, as far as like just different clubs being brought up, building, people trying, failing, just trying to establish something. So I feel like it's a good time to get in, to build something up, and try to just make my mark out here in Dallas for sure. Well,
when it comes to making your mark, bro, I feel like you like doing it and you not taking shortcuts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people be like, oh, I need this person to get on, I need that person to get on. Like you taking initiative and actually like going to these spots. For like people who don't know, how does it go about like shopping yourself to these clubs?
Man, I'm still trying to figure that part out too, but like more of just like, I try to make sure like everything looks good, you know, like from my social media, and like when you get on there, you kind of get a gist of what's going on. So if anybody asks me like, you know, can you have something to show you? I point into my Instagram. You see, like, you can see my whole body of work there as far as like where I've DJ, people I've DJ with, the milestones that I'm accomplishing and trying to do. So that's pretty much as I do it. I'm still trying to figure that part out, honestly. That's one part where I'm trying to figure out how to show myself to more clubs and getting out there, like actually connecting with owners. Everything I've gotten is pretty much through DJ friends, like, which is like Papa Ace, like my homie, he put me on gigs, DJ Ari, just different, my homie Jackson, like those are good guys, like they put me on, and that's where a lot of my stuff's come. But I'm trying to get out there more, and I feel like the more I keep working on my craft and building it up, and then I can present that value, and then eventually we're gonna get everything rocking for sure.
Man, they're gonna be calling you. You know what I mean? You might need an attorney in a minute. That's why I'm trying to, like, at this pace, man, it's like you not doing hole in the walls, bro. Like, you gotta think and step back and look. Like, I'm not gonna let you be humble right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the virgin is major. You know what I mean?
It's cool to hear that, man. Cause like I promise you, I go through like a lot of doubt, just like trying to figure it out, and you really don't know. Like, but when people say, like, you're not the first person to say that, and I'm just thinking like the virgin is just like another, you know, I'm just looking down the road, and like, you got to take a step back, and I'm definitely grateful, and I appreciate it. And like, I'm happy to be where I'm at, and I'm also happy to, you know, where I'm going, and just keep putting the work in, definitely. Like, and also like you said, what I would tell my younger self, like another thing that I forgot to add is just saying more of just like do the next best thing. Like whatever it is you're trying to do, like you don't know everything, but just like whatever's the next best thing you can do, like do that, and then see where it goes, and just keep that momentum going, add on to that. So like, you may not know everything, but hey, if you like trying to do something, what can I do next? You know, and you're gonna get a long way for sure.
If you keep that consistency, bro, you're never gonna settle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What would you tell somebody that's just trying to start up? You know? Just
start. Do what you gotta do. Like when I wanted to DJ, like, and I was like, what do I need to do? Like, I asked DJ homie, he's like, we need to get gear. I went found gear. I don't even know how to DJ. Like, I got me like a board, some like speakers and everything, and just started, like, and just kept messing around, kept playing with it. Eventually, it became something more serious than I even thought. Even that's where I was trying to go, but like people were like, bro, you're DJing, like you're actually doing it, and when you're doing something, you kind of don't think about it like, hey, I'm doing it. You're just trying to figure out like what's next, and if I'm even doing the right thing. And then when you get those outside voices, though, like, so that's why I just say, just start. Don't even think about it. Like, whatever it is you want to do, just do it. Like, we got so many resources and tools nowadays. Like, you can look up how to be if you wanted to, how to be a DJ. Like, what's the best first steps to take being a DJ? And it sounds goofy, but if you're really serious about something, like, why would you not try to look? You don't look at anything else up. If you want to cook something, what you're gonna do? You're gonna look up
how to cook it.
Exactly. So like, you just, whatever it is you want to do, the resources out there. You just gotta, you know, be consistent, do the next best thing, and you're gonna get there for sure. We gotta do a day in the life, bro. Because people, for real, like people need to see like how you get in your zone, how you set up, how to set up. Yeah. You know, and like, you know, what do you do to get your mind right? And how do you know this is the mix I need to play tonight? Man, honestly, I'd be nervous and be super nervous. And it's like, you don't really know what you need to play. It's more of just like, I guess you just play like, you know, what's something I want to hear first. Like that's how I said, it's like, okay, whatever, what can we do to like just pop it off? And then you play it, and then you see from there what's going on. And then once you get more comfortable and keep it rolling, the alcohol helps too a little, like for sure. Like you want to take, like you don't want to be you don't want to be super drunk, which is hard to do when you really like catering to what's going on. You really care about what's going on. You can't be like blitter drunk anyway. But you know, a shot or two to kind of ease you in there, because you're still performing. Like I know like rappers, anybody, the biggest people, like they still get nervous like when they go out there. So anything like to kind of ease that down, and you just kind of get in that zone. Like especially if my friends is there, they are receptive, because you read off the crowd. So hype you up. You like them to stand beside the booth? Because I got homeboys, I got DJ friends where they, you know,
they have a crowd of certain, you know, people with them. You like people standing by you when you're at the booth?
For sure, yeah. Like, it was my goal, like, if, like, see where I'm at, and, like, I just want to have that power to go into, like, the hottest club, and just, like, these are my people right here, like, and they gonna be right there, and we about to, like, turn this, we about to turn it up for sure.
Go crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Matter of fact, I seen you before that club burned down, bro.
We was at Level together. That's how I knew you were talking at Texas State. And then we was like,
yeah, we was in the section.
We was lit.
Loaded.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's how I'm telling you, when we party, we getting out like.
That's
like,
what I remember.
We gonna get in the middle. We gonna be sweating. We gotta like. You see me on my story and stuff like.
The thing about me, bro, the thing is that's good about you, bro. You got an outgoing personality, and you not scared to be yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Like people are, oh my God, I gotta be like this. I gotta be like that, bro. Nah. You talking about topics that I've never interviewed anybody with, bro. You know what I mean? But I like the stuff, but I don't talk about it as much because it's a personal thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah.
You gotta. How you feel about like you showing your shell, your anime side, and everything? How have the people took it in? Do they like it? They like your idea?
Yeah, like I get good feedback from it. It's it's a supportive market, especially with the anime. Like, it's if you can get them, like people who love anime, they got that connection. Like I got like some anime tattoos, so whenever they see them, they know, like they like I just love it. Like I said, when somebody knows my name, that's the best feeling. Like it's like I'm DJ Hokage, and they instantly like from like, and then I'm like that's how you feel. That's how, and it works. It's perfect though. Like it's cool. It's like sometimes I kind of battle with the name because it's hard to like. I tell people. And it's not nothing easy as like if my name was like DJ Josh or like, you know, DJ whatever, like something easy. Like, sometimes I'm jealous of that because it's like I do like at the clubs and stuff, that's my like personality, but like I still do like weddings and like I'll do corporate events. I do whatever somebody wants. Somebody's like 53-year-old mom come up to me at a wedding. It's like, you know, like, what's your DJ name? Like, I'm like, DJ Hokage. She's like, DJ what? Like, Hokage. And she's just kind of like, she's like, oh, I'm like, you just call me Josh. It's cool. Like, just because like I feel like it's like kind of like alternate egos as far as like, it's like.
So what's your mix for these weddings though?
Bro, like, I mean, you just kind of, you know what you want to hear at a wedding, and then you know what to kind of spice it up. Like, I've done all kind. I've done country weddings. Like I've played like country music. Like I like country. Country's good music. So like
I just bought some boots yesterday.
Hey, I got a pair of. Hey, boots is legit, bro. I saw you with your boots on there.
People got it, bro.
Yeah,
mine official, right?
Oh yeah. Legit,
I'm telling you.
He's clean.
Yeah, but like you. Dang, that's not normal, bro. I thought I was the only one on that.
Oh, no, bro. Like,
the boots.
I'm from Mansfield, bro. I'm in Legacy High School. Like, yeah, it's cool. Like, it's cool to. I feel like it's cool, man. Especially just being like an African American, and if you can like diverse yourself, and I feel like you're just kind of at the top. Like, it's just nothing can stop you. You just accept yourself. But.
You got a man. You're a man of many faces. You know what I mean? Man of many talents. It's almost like how do you balance all of that? You know what I mean? Because you know, once we get around a certain culture, they're gonna be like, we can play this and play that. You're like, nah, bro, I know this song. Has anybody ever been like shook that you knew certain songs?
Like not while DJing, but just in general. Like you met just people and like anybody. Like you played, you know country. Like you know this. Like like my Apple top 10 was like I had like 2 different country artists in there. Like I got a whole like country playlist, so it's cool. Like that's why I'm thankful for Mansfield. Like because everybody won't get that experience of being in a diverse school. Like if you come from like, let's say you're black, you come from Duncanville, Cedar Hill, whatever it is, you pretty much around like, you know, all your people, which is great. Like it's an awesome environment as well. But for some of us who just, you know, our parents moved somewhere else, and then you end up being in a school where like, I'm the only black kid in my class. Like I'm not gonna let that stop me from being me. I feel like that's my advantage if you ask me personally. Like I'm that guy, so I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna always be likable and just, you know, try to adapt to whatever situation is going on. So it's cool like that I have that, and now being a DJ, when I go into different places or my horizon is expanded, like I can do a country wedding, like from people that I've met, you know, from going to school or like this and that, and like, oh, play cool. Like I'm cool with that. I already know how to do that, and I can adjust. Or if I need to play for, you know, some homies wedding and mix it up or whatever, or bring it all together. Like we got a diverse crowd. Like we gonna eat. Like,
I thought you was just EDM hip hop, bro.
bro,
I didn't even know that.
For a wedding, like, you gotta, it's a little different game than that. There's different types of DJs. Like a wedding DJ, for sure, you're gonna have to just kind of change it up. You playing for the people, like, it's like they write me some money. I don't care if I have to look up 100 country songs and figure out the best country dance songs and put them into whatever. Like, we're gonna get down.
We're gonna figure it out.
We're gonna figure it out, bro. We're gonna figure it out.
What's the wildest request you got from a older lady, a cougar?
Bro, honestly, I ain't got no wild requests. I can't say that. But at this last experience at this wedding I did, I swear that this cougar was just like, it was weird because the DJ booth was like up here and I'm just looking down, and it's a wedding, and it's like, you can just tell it's like that 50-year-old, like something like white lady, and she just was like just giving me that look from like dancing, like whatever I was playing, she was feeling it extra too, like whatever I was playing, she was feeling. She was like, turn it up, like, you know what I'm saying, like she's like, yeah. So she telling me, it's like, I'm playing the country, so she's like, turn it up, like, you know what I'm saying, and she like doing her thing. It is funny, like that's something I remember. I think it's funny. It was cool though.
Okay. Well, you need to invite me Sunday. All right, man. See it through. Don't let it see you. You know what I mean? DJ
Yeah.
Hokage.
Hell yeah.
Hokage for the ladies. You know what I mean? I don't know the situation, you know. Hey, relax.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, you're good, man, for sure.
Peace out, man. You did the Naruto.
Peace, man.